Hi, Glenda back from Top Notch Legal. Today's topic is about negotiating with big business. Now, small businesses often got the short end of the stick when dealing with big business. And it's not until about 4 or 5 years ago, 2016, when new legislation came in called the Unfair Contracts Regime, that small business has got a bit of power back. Now, before these laws were introduced, big business would often demand that the small business signed up its standard form of contract, and these could contain some real nasties. I'll give you a few examples. The big business could have the right to terminate for no reason at any time. Or the big business could make variations to the contract once it was signed and didn't need to negotiate any further. Or the big business would tie the small business to an automatic renewal of the contract, and there'd be a slim date by which they could terminate. If they missed that, they were stuck to the contract for much longer than they wanted to. Other contracts would allow the big business to increase the price during the term, and the small business would just have to wear it. Now, sometimes the big business would be purchasing goods or services from the smaller business, and they would demand unfair payment terms, long terms. I recall a client I had many years ago was a large fashion brand, and they refused to pay anyone under 90 days. But the ability of big business to demand these sorts of nasty clauses is now severely hampered by this legislation, which has been backed up by the courts. And we have further legislation that's been passed by Parliament. We're waiting for the implementation date, and so these rights will be further expanded. And all this is good news for small business. No longer do you need to be afraid to negotiate with big business. And you should negotiate, because if you don't, you could be putting your own business at risk. Over the next few weeks, I'm going to discuss various types of clauses like this and what you should be looking out for. That's it, Glenda from Top Notch Legal.